Okay, so this is going to get a bit dicey, as we are going to run into some spitters. They're not as dangerous as they used to be. However, they still probably present the highest immediate threat to my existence out of any singular enemy in this zone. In any zone? How's this? No. There is in fact a wall there. That was awkward. What do you got for me? A note. Beauteous knowledge. What do you got in the store? And really, the only thing that matters, the only thing that's ever mattered is batteries. There's like a batteries are us. I'm going there and I'm going to have a ball. Sadly, it doesn't seem like it's as forthcoming as I'd want it to be. It's fine. Alright, now we're level 40. They really do not want you getting EXP after a certain point. Either that or these, like, beginner zombies are worth nothing. We have to get to the later levels to really get the good stuff. I'm not sure. Whoops. Turns out there are enemies that will just spawn out of here. Of course there are. That's what I get for taking my hand off the keyboard. Because my hand and my brain. There we go. I was trying to remember the name of that store. Because I know there's a store around here that carries nothing but batteries. But I do not remember the name of it. There we go. Hello. And honestly, they're not sponsoring me, so why give them the free advertising anyway? Somebody had said that a while back. I don't remember who did. But it's kind of lived in my head as a comment of like talking about big brands and franchises and whatnot. You know, if it's not something you support, oh, that went poorly. There we go. If it's not something you support, you know, why talk about gross burger chain number whatever? You know, if they're not outright paying me to tout their brands, maybe I shouldn't. I still have not found any gas here. Seems to be implying there might be something up here. I always thought that was kind of a poignant thing. Mainly just from the perspective of there is a certain je ne sais quoi about just aura-oraing a giant armored hulking man. It's great. Why has there never been a like Dynasty Warriors zombie game? I feel like that would be amazing. I'm sure there's some other games that kind of fit and qualify. Okay, what do we grab? Got everything? Got everything. Piss them off. There we go. Yeesh, a lot of dudes up here. I very much seem to be on a mission to spend all of my ammunition before we're done. Should probably be a little bit more conservative, but here's the thing. If this thing starts running out, we just switch to a different gun. Nah, I should probably switch anyway. Do I have... How's my 9mm? Oh, boy. My 9mm has way too much ammo. It actually, I would say, has an illegal amount of ammo. I have an illegal amount of ammo. I don't see anything else. Let's just get out of here. Area was a bit bigger than I wanted it to be. I don't really like shopping districts. Military outposts work really well for me. I say we just go straight. Hit up the city park. No matter what, we pretty much always want to hit up the shop as we go by. Even if it's in a subpar location, though it's not really, like, this There's a couple of regions that aren't worth going to. Like, I have kind of a low opinion of log cabins because they tend to be very spread out and don't have a lot of stuff, except for apparently they do. But, like, military outposts are great. The shop, instantly, no matter what location he's in, worth going for just because he has a chance of selling batteries and just tons of ammo. That's good stuff. You know what? Pocketables, we should probably pop a bandage. We're not terribly hurt, but there's a very real possibility we'll run into something that can and will hurt me. And the topic of brands, you know, not talking about brands. Ooh, nice and full. It means gas. Not talking about brands unless they're paying you. Gosh, what was it? I think it was Idiocracy. I'm pretty sure it was exactly Idiocracy. Years ago they had... Nobody was wearing t-shirts. Everybody was just wearing... Well, they were wearing t-shirts, but they weren't wearing, like, original designs. It was just, like... It was all just branded, like, clothing. So you had, you know, burger joint and clothing store and clothing brand and just some other things across it. And everybody looked gaudy and horrid. Well, there's Charger. I mean, the rest of these, like, Synapses would be good. But Charger is by and far the most valuable of all of the mutations. Oh, right. That's why I've been staying so high level, or so high health this entire time. I didn't even think about that. But I passed by a man out and about. Okay. But passed by a man the other day. We were out and about shopping. I think we were getting some... it was probably just like bubble tea and whatever. But the man walked by and he looked very classically American. But one of the things I noticed about him was that his hat had a giant logo for a company. I don't remember which company it was. But, you know, giant logo. His... let's see, what do we want to grab next? How are we even doing? What do we even want to grab? Let's go for critical hits, I think. And maybe we want to actually start looking at this. Namely, the extra starting fuel, reduced engine damage, ignition speed, refuel speed, and repair speed. Those are okay. Maybe we want to go for these. Chance to find more medical items, more food, more fuel, maybe? Or we go life lessons. Actually, yeah, let's save up for life lessons. But, you know, his shirt, his shorts, and his hat were all branded, and he was carrying, of course, you know, a bag for... It was probably some kind of local branded company deal as well. And it stuck with me a little bit that, like, nothing about this guy's current appearance or style gave any semblance of like fashion. He wasn't interested in it, maybe. Like, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. Ooh. And man, did not want to go down. But there was something kind of tragic about it, because he didn't look like a very happy person, and maybe I'm judging a little bit. Maybe the guy is actually perfectly fine. But I've always kind of been worried about that boring dystopia. There we go. Alright, all that's left is you. There we go. Yeah, that boring dystopia vibe and feel. Ooh, those guys are tanky. It is unfortunate. It's fine. We've probably cleared out most of this place of anything particularly heinous, and now we can just kind of freely go. Where dead men have only gone before. Let's see what else we got. I know these usually tend to be kind of lucrative. If I can get back here. Nope, I can't. That's frustrating. I think I've always been a little sensitive to that, probably owing to watching like Blade Runner as a kid and a bunch of, you know, other 80s dystopia film and media. Oh. Check that in a hot second. I want to, let's see, whatever in here. I don't think I can get to that, actually. Alright, whatever. Let's just go in here. Oh. Well, it's not an in here kind of deal. I'll take it all the same. Let's see if I can... There it is. Perfect. But you see all these, like, dystopia media showing off, like, buildings where there's nothing pretty about them. It's just they're covered in advertisements and whatnot. And I think I've always been kind of terrified of that potential reality of just, like, no aesthetic beauty, purely just whatever benefits the whole make as much money off of people as possible thing. I realize sometimes kind of grimly that I guess I'm part of this. I mean, all my YouTube videos are entirely funded through, you know, people just watching ads, hopefully. And realistically, yes, I know a lot of people use ad block, but unfortunately that means that, you know, I don't make a dime from that. I like the supplies, but I also like bullets. Huh. Tough suckers. Okay, let's go up here real quick. Now it doesn't look like there's anything useful. Nope, that doesn't work. Game still doesn't do verticality particularly well. What do we have left? Well, if I had a battery, I could actually get... I could actually get some stuff. I'm pretty sure he's still armored. Wow. Okay, pocket knife. Okay. That hurt a bunch. You still alive? Yes. This probably would have been a good spot for maybe a grenade. But honestly, unless I'm out of antivirals, come on, none of you guys are going to have a battery for me. I'm a little disappointed. Nothing. Let's just check this real quick. Sometimes I get lucky. Like, maybe fight zombies until something shows up, but I'm not betting on it. I guess I can pop out there and check. Let's see. I've got everything else, though. Like, to some degree, some kind of weird... You know, weird future where, yeah, sure, all the buildings have advertisements on them, but, you know, at least the people are happy. Maybe I could work with something like that. Oh, if we can find a crafting table, we're good. Oh, I think we might actually be good. Let's see a battery box. There we go. Could save that for other things, but honestly, antiviral is the most valuable resource I have. Followed by batteries, followed by science? I don't know. I think we're getting to the point where science is actually completely useless to me. And then, at that point, all we need is ammunition. And supply. vice versa. But yeah, so whenever I see anybody going around with, you know, just like a generic clothing brand shirt, I think I always just feel a little bad as a result. I don't know. What am I even wearing? Oh, I guess I'm wearing my own brand on my chest. At least I try and make it look aesthetically pleasing. I think maybe that's it. That if the brands were prettier, it'd be okay, but in a lot of cases they're not. They're just kind of these horrid things, super minimalistic designs. You know, maybe just like a white or a black logo on whatever the color of the fabric of the shirt. That's where I often get a little stuck, because it's just kind of like, it's not a pretty shirt. Why would you buy this? Obviously, you know, maybe if you got it secondhand as like a, you know, hey, this shirt is only like $2. So you save a lot by picking this shirt up, and, you know, somebody already wore it, washed it, lost interest in it, and you bought it, so you're not, you know, contributing further to the cycle of consumerism in the negative way that most people do. You know, I think there's kind of a validity in that. There we go. I'm just gonna beat you up. Well, I guess I didn't need to try very hard. Hey, battery though. Except for, I don't think I'm supposed to. Uh-oh. There we go. I'm always a little worried that I'm gonna get stuck. Without a jump button, I am very much at the mercy of wherever the game wants me to be. And boy, if I get stuck, it's gonna be bad. I think you can just reload. Okay, I see a crafting bench. Let's see if I can get inside this building. There's probably an entrance here that I just missed. But just to finish my thoughts on this random dude, it honestly did not look like he had bought them secondhand. They looked new enough that my assumption is he or somebody he knew had just outright went out to buy generic clothing brand. Well, it's not generic. Somewhat expensive, overpriced clothing brand. They'd gone out to specifically buy overpriced clothing brand stuff for, well, I guess 3 separate. Yeah, that's the thing. It's because it's 3 separate ones that I have this kind of sneaking suspicion that this was an intentional act of like, I'm going to buy these things. But like, there's so many more beautiful things out there than generic clothing brand or overpriced clothing brand. Oh, we don't have the laser pointer this time around. We do have a red dot sight. Attachments. It just improves accuracy. Still gonna probably put that on the sport shot rifle that I'm using. Pistol, bottle suppressor. Oh, suppressor. Well, considering I'm using the Tauron for the moment, we might as well do that. Yeah, both of these are 45 cal, which is good actually. But I'm probably gonna go until I'm out of 9mm ammo. Just because. I'm sure there's some kind of benefit to all of this if you're doing like, I know like sneakerheads go nuts for a lot of like high-end sneakers. Okay, this looks a little dicey. Get them stuck in the water. Leave nothing left. Grab the sledge. Yeah, it's about... There's a good spot for the sledgehammer. This would be it. Okay. You perfect. I don't want to go too deep in the water because I think I saw a bubbly. Okay, let's switch back to this. Because I see her. And we want nothing to do with her. There we go. Ooh. This camera angle is very conducive to wasting ammunition. It is what it is, though. Grab this. Anything else here? No. At least we got another antiviral. I might actually make it to the final zone. Almost completely. Why am I doing this? Reasons. Let's do it. Do we get the electronics so I can get another battery? At this point, no. I should head for supplies. I can't tell if that noise was... That probably was from the box. Also, I got very lucky here. That could have hurt. Yeah, that was probably that thing getting sent off. Because I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't, like, a scavenger cache somewhere around here. In, like, a lot of these maps, but just... am not going to be able to spot them. I wonder if... There's probably no accessibility. Accessibility. Oh. I'm gonna turn that on. That might actually help me find the caches. I didn't actually know there was one. Because I'm not too hearing impaired. I have tinnitus, but it's like super mild. The big issue is, you try listening for very quiet sounds. When you have the sound effects turned down at least a little bit, so you're not just hearing constant gunfire. And then also talking over the entire dang thing. Because that's it for me, is that, you know, if I wasn't talking over this, I could probably hear it. But because I'm doing a constant running commentary, it's just impossible. Let's not. We've been here long enough. Let's just get out of here. We are loaded, we are wealthy, we are generally overpowered. Could have gone up and gone to that military base, but it's just... This run's gonna take forever otherwise. But we're almost done. One region left, and if I can keep chaining these antivirals as well as I have been, we might get lucky. I just have to be very careful, and maybe not as thorough as I have been. Well, this doesn't seem like it requires it. Okay. Boy, having a suppressor goes a very long way. Search these. I don't actually know what's up here. Let's see. Notes, yes. Just a crafting bench. Maybe there's more. The problem is I'm still kind of compelled to search everything. Because if I can find any amount of batteries, or hopefully multiple. I saw the energy drink and I got excited for a second. The more batteries I can find, the better. Now, pretty sure... No, I do have some electronics. I am also carrying 307 pounds on me. This poor bastard is just absolutely overloaded. I love it when I miss and still hit a zombie. Feels good. Got anything else? Nope. Nope. How do we check this out? I'm not actually convinced that's worth it. Are you still armored? There we go. Alright, what else do we have here? Making a lot of noises as though I'm in danger. Okay. That's water, infected blood. And junk. And no batteries. And now if I could start with a supply of batteries, now that would be about as primo as you can get. Pretty happy about all of this. Okay, let's skip it. Haven't found the spitter for the map. It's a little unfortunate how, I'm going to say predictable this game can be. What the hell is that going on back there? I'm just going to assume he's not a threat to me because I think he's outside of my threat radius. I don't think he's going to be able to see me. Or move. I think that zombie has been banished to the Shadow Realm. Hey. I ain't complaining. Okay. Just got one more major region to check. Plus these kind of side rooms. I was really hoping I get that other pistol. Because I know there's another pistol that you can get. The one with the more ammo capacity, but I just have not seen it go by. How much ammo do I even have for this thing? Gobs. Now, do we open up the supply chest? Maybe. There's a battery box right there. If it has a battery, we open it up. If it has no battery, we do not. But my curiosity says we do it anyway. It was worth it. Let's go back to this. I have 1.1 thousand ammo. Is it overkill? Yes. Is it amazing? Also yes. Okay, problem is we're out of antiviral. Get out of here. Safehouse. Oh! Probably doesn't have an antiviral, though. Did I get the weapon chest on this? I don't remember if I did. Because I know that's an upgrade that I was kind of dancing around getting, but never got. Oh, but it's these guys. As a safe house. Well, that's different. Huh. I mean, actually kind of cool. Okay, transmit knowledge. Did we actually? No, we didn't. Let's get it now. And let's start investing in life lessons. Because at this point, we're probably going to need it pretty badly. Okay, can't make anything else. Really wish this place actually came with a shop. I feel like that would be something pretty dang good. Can I actually talk to him again? Oh, out with it. What is the news? Found a medical facility. A Herc medical facility. Yeah, with canisters. It was destroyed by your people? Destroyed? Give me the location, we'll deal with it ourselves. Surprised your people did not have the foresight. Okay. Fires nearby. Are they close? No. Then they are not of my concern. We think they were deliberately lit. In that case. Lord Z appreciates you bringing this to him. I realize he's probably not actually a good dude. But I love the idea of him just being like a totally okay zombie survival. Ooh. I don't want to say protagonist, but you know, normally in zombie survival media, the warlords are always bad. It's like a rule. It looks like when you're in a safe house, infection just doesn't go up, so I don't need to worry about being here. This actually worked out really well. But yeah, the warlords are always like really heinous people. You know, murderous, angry, vengeful, just, you know, every single thing is just like, you don't want to mess with them. It makes sense. Herc and the military took control of most public spaces very early on in the first wave. Huh. Didn't seem to have done a good job of it. But like, I would actually love to see some zombie media where not everybody is just I was sticking out of my car. Not every single person is an irredeemable monster. If that makes sense. Because like, that's always the trend. But you know, why not have one where, you know, sure, they're a little over-aggressive, and, like, I guess objectively you could look at them and be like, yeah, that was maybe a bit much. I'm not actually sure if that sledgehammer is good. At least against those guys. It might actually be better against enemies, other enemies. All this stuff. Okay, we found the merchant though, which is I see. That's the benefit of the sledgehammer. Oh, there's a battery. So far, not regretting most of my decisions. There we go. But you know, RPG, which implies the presence of an RPG launcher. Cool. I don't have enough knowledge. Let me fix that. Ranged weapons. Because I've got a bunch of these 45 tacticals. Capacity is 15. Capacity is 7. 75 damage, 82 damage. So in this case, we actually want to get rid of these. I'm probably going to get rid of the hunting rifle. The damage on them is good. It is pretty good. Let's see, SMG. SMG also uses 45 cal, which is my problem. If I sell this, let me check attachments. I believe it's the muzzle brake. If I sell this, do we lose the attachments on it? We don't. Cool. I'm gonna sell the flare gun. Oh, vendor is out of knowledge. That is fair. We are just haggling over a shoestring budget, aren't we? I'm gonna just sell the chem lights. I don't have enough knowledge. Between the two of us, we do not have enough that I can buy those bullets that I... Oh, this is a good place to be. Okay. Let me just switch wrench. Okay. Delete the lot of you. Well, we found the spitter. Leave nothing left. Got this guy here. Alright. It feels like these black boxes are everywhere now. It's actually very appreciated. They tend to have really good stuff in them. But it's a little problematic for me. Because that's not what I need. Okay, now I have enough ammo. Or not ammo. Now I have enough juice. Go back here. Let's buy even more bullets. Before we die here, I should probably just go nuts. Let's see, what do we sell? I'm gonna get rid of the M16. And the VSSMG. Just not worth it. Okay, where is painkillers? Hog roots. There's got to be something you can craft them with, but I'm not going to find out. Okay, batteries, we're good. He doesn't have anything useful. I really wish the dude would actually carry more stuff. Like, maybe the more you buy from him, the more he carries. That'd be kind of a nice meta progression. Okay. Nah, garbage. Yes. Yes. There we go. Obviously, I'm low on batteries again, but that's fine. At this point, any amount of extra time I can buy myself goes a very long way, because we're getting pretty close to the end here. Here. Do we have a throwable? Pocketables. There's the Molotov, yes, but where the hell are the grenades? Not a ranged weapon. There it is, grenade. Oh. Just do that. That should be enough. Back to this. These guys have had a bad enough day. If there's like a really overt crowd like that, instead of just sinking a goofy amount of ammo into them, probably better that I just blow them up. Especially with the amount of ammo that I'm packing. Alright, we are gone. Are you happy, you savage assholes? You took everything we had. We'll come back one day, and we'll find you. Huh. There we go. Still wish there was some more, like, really tight, I don't want to say short play style. It's kind of short play style. Zombie survival, like, sandbox games. Maybe even, like, set in the same city. Like, it'd be really interesting if, like, it was one of those games where they make, like, this big city. And, you know, really flesh it out. Make it something interesting. Oh, well, this is going to be fun. There we go. We should probably eat some canned fish. But, you know, have like a bunch of little vignettes of characters surviving in these cities. I guess, in retrospect, not too far off of what We Happy Few kind of ended up being. Except for more sandbox, where you're actually building up a base. Because, like, you kind of did that in We Happy Few, but it was nothing. It was not very fun or interesting. Okay, there we go. Does he have battery? No. Of course he don't. But yeah, maybe every character has kind of their own little stories, and even like micro drama. So for example, maybe you start as the shopkeeper couple or lady or something like that, and bandits almost immediately are just like assaulting your store. And maybe you can do something about it if you do like the right things, or maybe you can't. But it's just kind of this sandbox thing with a bunch of mild multiple outcomes, but ultimately one goal of flee the city or like fortify your shop enough to survive. And, you know, there's no big story. It's just kind of a matter of living and outliving whatever the threat is. And then maybe every single one of these, win or lose. Do I have to raise the bridge again? Or is this just a fuel thing? This might just be a fuel thing. There we go. I don't know how the hell I'm crossing the bridge in this current state. Let's see. I'll see if there's anything useful here. Maybe there might be. If we're lucky, we can find another vial. Let's search this real quick. And we have not found a whole lot of supply bags in a while, but honestly, I'm kind of fine with not. They're really not worth anything. Ooh. Yeah, this is a big issue. I have no gas. Definitely would like to get the perk that lets me find some more. The hell was that? Oh. Slippery skin. I don't even know how I unlocked that one. Okay, we've got a little bit more fuel here. And a lot of friends. You know what? I got melee weapons aplenty for this. Actually, I don't. I don't have a whole lot of melee weapons. I have way more ammo than I have melee. Oh, the toasty roasty ones aren't actually that big of a deal now I'm thinking about it. I should probably save my melee for that though. Alright, I'm not seeing much else. Let's just get out of here. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I think what I need to do is probably go back and play State of Decay. I think that could actually be really fun. My biggest worry is always like watchability. How the hell am I getting a car through all this? Carefully, I guess. That, you know, for a number of these games that are years and years old, there's always that, like, mild concern of, like, going back to them and starting to do a series on it and realizing that, like, nobody wants to watch. But that's fine. Alright. Oh, we get an immediate shop. That's good. Abandoned military base. If we're lucky, those... Well, I don't actually know. Abandoned military bases tend to be kind of hit and miss. As far as antiviral goes. In all the other zones, military base means antiviral supply. Maybe not so much here.